Hello everybody, VGMan here again with another video. This is actually going to be a different one than my last video I did here. This is actually going to be a reaction and ranking video because today I am going to rank AG Covers' FNF Indie Cross BETADCIU Mega Compilation. Now, just to let you know what this is, a BETADCIU is essentially a cover of a Friday Night Funkin' song, except these BETADCIU creators, or just FNF cover creators in general, will take certain characters' chromatics from mods that have been released in the past and implement them into a certain song. And Indie Cross was one of the biggest FNF mods back in 2022, and it's become my all-time favorite because that was the mod that made me think that the FNF community was going to go far. So I am going to watch this entire compilation, and then to give you all a taste of what other FNF songs and BETADCIU covers sound like. And after each song, I am going to rank them over here in this website so I can give you all my opinions on them. And this was actually a part of AG Covers' BETADCIU trilogy. The one before this he made over a year ago was with the canceled then but is now being developed on Hypno's Lullaby. So if you want to see that after this video, then just let me know in the comments down below. But with all that said, let's get started.
Hey! Well, I'm Pikaru, and I approve of this message. Enjoy!
I sure will. For the however many times it's been. I love this so much. I've listened to it multiple times. But I wanted a reason to make this video, so let's see what happens. Alright, and here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a long wait, the curtains are rising, the lights are blazing, and the stage is set for a spectacle like no other. So lend us your ears, raise your hands high, and let your voices shake the very foundations of this grand theater as we welcome the man of the hour, the one, the only...
A lot of these people that have worked on this did an amazing job making this project real. Especially all these special guests here, so maybe go check them out. I forgot how good, sometimes I keep forgetting how good Gospel of Dismay was. BA Games cooked on this song. Hey, man! Welcome to the Gospel of Dismay! Welcome to the show, enjoy your stay. Alright, let's get started! Phase 1, Cuphead Week.
Well, golly gee, look at how many people there are. Never seen a crowd this big in all my life. Hope they're ready for a real showstopper. Just gotta make sure I don't roll speaker.
Here we go. I actually think this is a custom Cuphead chromatic that Sorvo made too. Even that Benny chromatic, or in-game chromatic. Alright, that's the main trio. Let's get started. I should probably censor that in post. Go. There's Ellie Stickman. fire. I'm gonna try not to talk much so you can just vibe. Rotate some vocals. So, you gotta go for multiple turns there though. Letting this one slide. I'm actually pretty sure this is the new version that's gonna be released soon when the cross update comes out. Yeah, this is definitely a new version. You're probably not gonna see this in the video, but that just cut off, like literally the last, like, cut off in like the last second of the video, which makes me ticked. Anyways, that is Snake Eyes out of the way, so let's actually go ahead and rank this. Snake Eyes was overall like a chill song, so can't really go like that all out on this song. But it was an overall nice vibe. Characters kind of fit. I'm going to give this probably like a B to start, but this may change if I ever change my opinion. This may not be in order for now. I'll probably do this like fix the order by the end, but we're just gonna move on. So next up should be Technicolor Tussle. A little more intense.
This is gonna be tougher than I thought. As we gotta double down, but no more violence, Muckman said.
This is such a good song.
Tussle never hurt anybody, right? They
I think it's good to know that this project was in development for a while, and it has been some time since this dropped, so any technically characters of mine that have been drama, or people working on this, I will not talk about. I don't like talking about drama. Oh, here we go. Oh, hi, Taki. Person with the mouse and the default.
This kingdom is all mine. Whoa, easy there, sunshine. You're gonna save your breath for all.
Oh, Gas Grass. Happy Day Side was such a good album. Y'all should listen to that. Really. Yeah, nothing's really gonna be censored in this video, so this video is definitely not gonna be with the kids. Should be anyway with some of the editing these videos coming up. I like the use of the John Dick, yes, that's his regular name, in the background playing the trumpet. That's clever.
Not bad yourself, mustache.
Yeah, you two definitely did. We're a good duo to wrap this up. Alright, now that's out of the way, let's actually try time to rank it. Technicolor Tussle was definitely an underrated song. A lot of the middle songs in this mod usually get overshadowed by like the first and last songs in the mod, but Technicolor Tussle was a really good one. I actually did kind of like a lot of the duos and the mixing. Everything was pretty well done. Especially like the trumpet there, like I said at the end. I'm actually going to give this one an A for now. It was pretty good. Okay, time for the final song in the Cuphead phase, if my mouse will let me move it. Time for knockout.
Viewers, you want a shout? I'll give you an encore. Time to go full triple down on your ass.
Let's do this, Cuphead. I'm also gonna do my best to try to judge on mixing as well. But depending on how much I vibe with these songs, this might be hard. I like the use of the Mega Heart axe picture.
Let's give this a shot.
Oh, what's up, Bowser? That execution was pretty well done. That wraps us up. Hey Scooby, hope nothing bad happens to you. Yeah, Shaggy ain't done yet. That's a gun. So let's now rank Knockout. Knockout was probably one of my favorite songs of that week. It was definitely good. Where is Knockout? Oh, here it is. Definitely good execution. Some of the turns were reused, but I feel like they did kind of make up for it with kind of like the clever use of certain assets. So I actually think I'm also gonna give this one an A for now. But I think with that, we should be moving on to phase 2 of this compilation, which should be Sans Week. Alright, Mr. Funny Man, Mr. Tumber Sexy Man, you're up.
Hey there, viewers. So, this is the compilation, huh?
Sure is.
Guess we're doing this again. Alright, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to the point, shall we?
Gladly.
You
Bonus points for you using your deck.
Sorry about that.
Ha! Y'all really thought we were gonna go intense with the first song, huh? Yeah, no chance. I like the prioritization of the Doki Doki Takeover outfits that the mod provided. I will say that's a clever transition, but I really wish like this whole thing was edited like just as like a whole animation. Like I get it, but still. Let's rock it. Good thing they tried to add text to the dialogue. Such a nice song. Alright, well, time to rank this one. Actually, this is, even though we're not only like a fifth of a way done, this is actually going to be our first S rank, and I'll explain why. For those who haven't played Undertale, literally Sansa's whole first attack is like a whole lot of stuff. He does this, it like slams your soul down. So you have quick reactions for the bones. You have to do the little S throughout like the bones like Flappy Bird, and then you have to avoid like the 10 Gaster Blasters he sends out you. And a lot of newbies like die on that or take a lot of damage on their first run. Which is why it's funny that Sans says, no wonder why people use their strongest attack first. So I thought that was kind of clever. And I kind of like how the characters like kind of overall match like the feel of the song. As well as like that little ending effect in the instrumental. That was really well done. So yeah, Whoopi gets our first S rank of this compilation. Now let us move on.
Well, that was a blast time. Sorry about the rough start. Sometimes things can get a bit out of hand. You know how it is. Anyways, how about we crank it up a notch? Next lineup's gonna be a real showstopper.
Hold on, stop the music!
Halibu?
Party now!
Hey, whoa, what's the big idea? I'm trying to put on a show, man.
Don't you know that piracy is no party? And by piracy, I of course mean using the instrumental of a composer who doesn't allow covers.
Really? Well, who was it composed by? Zero and K. Wait, Brightfire? Oh, shoot! I thought it was a completely different composer because of the name change. I swear, I didn't know.
Well, don't fret, Purple Brains, cause it's not too late. Just change the instrumental, and we'll call it Even Stevens.
See, I can't exactly do that because I'd have to hire someone to make a whole new remix for this specific cover. And not only that, but I'd also have to delay the project even more than it already needs to be delayed. And besides, can you just let me off with a warning? I didn't even know Brightfire now goes by K.net. And plus, they were a feature on Zero's channel. Doesn't that mean anything?
Nope. No prior knowledge is no excuse for this heinous federal crime. Now,
Okay, while they're doing this, DJ Hollywood comes from a series called Mario Party DS Anti-Piracy, and Juno Song, who actually works on this, is the official voice actor for DJ Hollywood, so you should probably watch that at some point.
Next lineup's gonna be a
Anyways, time for Sensational. Sorry if I made you again. Let's rock this! All of these songs are Structure 5. Let's get it now. The giant boot command sounds so well, I forgot about that. Yeah, Jim, Mario. Hi, Miku. Oh. Ha. Alright. Let's jam. Pick it up now. Calm it down a little bit. Changing the words now. The song. We're just gonna rank this one as now. Guys, Sensational was such a good one. Especially with the little reference to the argument at the beginning. I just thought that was funny. And definitely like that little interaction with all like the glitches with like the characters who like controlled the system, like Fatal, Milestorm, Mr. Virtual, and Tie-Eye, and I believe Carol and Rumor as well. Like, that section was, like, such well done. And, like, the error notifications coming up on that part on beat was just so well done. The whole characters, all the characters used, really fit the vibes there as well. So, call me crazy, but this is actually going to be our second S rank in a row. But do know that this may or may not change over time. So, with that said, let's move on to our next song.
Told you it was gonna be a real sensational moment.
Yeah, Mr.
Time for the
Flame.
broadcast. No signal.
Alright. Pacifist song first.
Oh boy, this guy again. Bring it.
You cannot beat us! Little audios would be at the place here. That was actually a clever transition, going from the new voices of these mods to the old versions. Yahweh, just long enough to see my way. Oh. Hey, good there, Snow? Oh, face sensor. Oh, we got the Toby take over Tank Man. Jason Sven. Like this. So, as good as Final Stretch was as a song, obviously at the start, like, they had beef, Boyfriend went twice, and there wasn't really anything, like, really that impressive, I would say, during the song. And I would also say, like, it felt weird to have Cyrix do, like, all of his turn when, Hex's turn got split, in half when, Piracy, Sonic, jumped in to, like, make Hex have those, like, corrupted, idle animation. But, at least, those lyrics from Silly Billy kind of saved it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in 8 here for now. So unfortunately, Sans will not get a perfect score all the way through, but maybe some of these other songs will make up for it. I think we got one more song for Sans Face. Oh, come on. Oh, yep, here we go. Burning in Hell. Oh, hey, Luigi, what are you doing here? Ooh, that actually works really well. Okay, real talk, that actually works pretty well. With the Mr. L and Pico being brought back in the sandals. Got Discord call game on. Don't be this ready for long. I'm turning the volume up. Just to try more. No, that's not good. This won't be the last time that man shows up. Run! Every time that ending gets like a nice little itch in my brain. It just scratches it like just right. Anyways, now time to rank this. I want y'all to try to take a guess where I'm gonna put Burning in Hell for this. I'll give you about 3 seconds. Put your guess in? Alright. And let me explain why. I will say that some little bits of dialogue were kind of hard to hear, especially like that Lucas one from MX. But I really think the clever use of like the editing skills and like the whole like chorus and like the whole strings part. I really just think that the cover here did so well that it actually kind of made up for like the couple parts where it was lacking. So Burning in Hell for now gets an S rank. But with that, we are now done with the Sans phase, and we are now going to move on to phase 3, Bendy Week. I actually hope this isn't too loud.
Oh, death.
This was probably the most slept on song of this week. By the way, when AG Purple was thinking that this is his favorite phase. And you're about to see why. Haji and Wacky is such a good duo, especially with their chromatic. They sound both together. Hello, Tricky. What you're doing here, Nevada? Oh, this ain't gonna be good. Yep, there's a Bendy objective. And that is just one of the other 4 Bendy songs we'll get. So let's actually go ahead and rank this. This was Imminent Demise. So let me think here. At the beginning, I actually thought it was clever because in the original song, you would normally just have like a piano and like when it would be like Bendy's turn to sing. But in the mod, it's literally just a cutout of Bendy. So the piano is what takes its place. And I actually like that in this cover they actually took time to also make Bendy's side actually like vocal, which was really cool. Another thing that was cool is if you actually go listen to the original song Hell Clown, that little "you sing through hell" was actually was actually sung by Tricky in the beginning of that song as well, which was actually really clever. One thing I will say though was that I think AG Cover said that there was like a little mistake that he made where I believe the aliens and Pibby Finn's chromatic actually only just became two of the aliens chromatic, and honestly, even though I could really hardly ever tell the difference, but again, like that little like backing vocals like at the end, especially with Rewrite singing like those lyrics at the end of the song, was not only well executed, but I actually think if I were to make a Imminent Demise with lyrics video, I genuinely feel like I would use those exact lyrics in that song. I will credit AG, of course, for originally making those lyrics, but still, that was good. Who knows, I may even make a short sometime down the road, like trying my best to do an Ink Demon impression with those vocals. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and plop Imminent Demise into S rank for now. I know I'm being generous with these, but maybe these will change over the future. Who knows? But now let's move on to our next song.
Foolish mortals, wandering is a terrible sin, and you shall never win. Embrace the darkened beer, for I have come near.
I hope you're taking those disclaimers at the beginning of this video well. So when I actually first listened to this cover, my like one nitpick was like it was really hard to hear like all of the characters singing with that like fire alarm sound going around in the background, because in the mod the restaurant was literally burning to the ground. So it would make sense why that alarm would go off, which again made some of the characters to hear. But now that I've listened to it multiple times, I could definitely hear it now. Some of the character chromatic combinations were pretty good, but like there was still like a bunch of times where like the characters were used like multiple times, which some it was fine with, but others it was like, maybe it could have been changed a little bit. Actually, I may have to rethink my thought on that. So, I think I'm going to give Terrible Sin a, which rank should this be? We're going to say, A rank for now. Yeah, we're gonna say A rank for now. But again, these will probably change like once I've gone through like the entire compilation. So, that was just a weird noise I've heard for headphones. You probably picked up on that, but whatever. Alright, song 3.
Pathetic whelps, now you shall face the wrath of fear itself. This reel will be your last act, your final performance. I suggest you make it one to remember.
It's kind of covering these videos, but it's just no going on the motorcycle. Especially with this background. Oh, hello. I want the full part of those things. I'll explain why, but this like really scratches on my brain nicely.
This could be the perfect opportunity to test out our skills. Are you ready, Zeno? Already on it.
There are the picture break field boys.
Fiddlesticks, you got me again!
Looks like you don't have a leg to stand on, Bugman.
Oh, you're cruising for a bruising now, Bone Boy! Let's go another round! I'm taking you to the cleaners!
Sure thing, champ. Don't worry, I'll sweep up after you.
But you can't just do the same character as last time, that's cheating!
Alright, well, that's last reel done. Last reel, I will say, this deserves, in my opinion, I feel like deserves another, S rank because, the character choice was actually pretty good. I feel like some parts of mixing could have been better, especially like that last part, because I feel like I could hear Mario and Sonic, maybe Luigi fine, but Tails I could like hardly make out. But the reason I actually like the editing on this one so much is if y'all paid attention you could tell that it kind of looked like there was a Super Smash Bros. UI down there, and I love Super Smash Bros. And Spirit, using spirits actually wasn't something I wasn't a game mode I actually played with a lot, but I thought it was clever that they would use like a second character when singing with someone as like a spirit, as well as with like AG using them as like an editing in them like a teammate almost. So I am actually going to leave Last Reel up at S tier for now. And I actually do think that the transition between Last Reel and Nightmare Run was clever. You'll see why in a second. See you now. Time for Nightmare Run. See, you can see I can heal so much better now. Yep, that's Fall Guys Endoskeleton. How some of these quite creative. Last time. That is such a nice thing, God. So, BS ad cut off. So real talk, I think Nightmare Run was actually done pretty well, but I feel like again we kind of ran into like kind of the same problems I've been talking about with like multiple characters being used, in a way that just felt odd. I guess other ways they've been used well, like, in terms of like not seeing it, but just being there for like presence wise. But, like, this time is, like, not really, as impressive as, like, these two right here. So, I actually think I'm gonna put Nightmare Run with Terrible Sin at A for now. But, with that, I think it's time that we now, move away and actually move onto at least a little more peace of mind. And I say that as if I don't know who.
You dare make a deal with the devil? Foolish little cup. You'll soon learn that was a grave mistake.
Now we start the bonus song.
It appears I must show you the true meaning of torment and regret.
I feel because of how much age I familiar. Yeah, at this point you might as well get used to seeing some characters more than others.
I'll finally crush your pride endless once I'm through with you, you cheap knockoff!
Another good use there of using rewrite to sing the lyrics. I will say, like, despite that, like, there wasn't really anything like that impressive with this cover, other than like that switch with Sticky BM into Fleetway Sticky. And I also thought that using Cuphead at the start instead of Boyfriend was kind of a nice touch, because in the game Cuphead is the one that goes up against the devil. So, I actually think I am going to put this at... I'll put it at A rank for now. Alright, I will say though, these next two songs, I will grade both of them once they're both done, and you'll see why.
Hey, bro. Mind if I join in?
Sans, not in front of everyone. We can't embarrass ourselves singing our favorite song.
Oh, come on. I live to embarrass myself. DJ, cue our next song.
That will come right up.
Just don't fall asleep in the middle of the song.
Alright.
now you see why I wanted to do Bad to the Bone and Boondoggle after these two were finished. So let's actually talk about Bad to the Bone first. Which, I was going to be honest, I was going to give this a bit of a lower ranking because this song right here was actually not intentionally what it was needed for. J-Bug, a few years back, when this modding community was starting, he made an animation, like a gameplay animation of what this song would look like after Yamaha had composed it. And real talk, now holding up now, the song's like alright, but like still. It was kind of just made in 2021, so, but at least we've had improvement from there. But I will say, like, the editing uses and the types of characters used were good, like decent, I would say. But if I'm going to be honest, I am actually going to put this with Snake Eyes in B rank. Or no, I'll say B rank for now. I may have to change these rankings eventually, but I'll do it after the compilation. Now for Boondoggle. Boondoggle was actually a great song, and a lot of the characters fit well. But I feel like there were some points where like the mixing and the amount of characters used could have been like better. But like one of the sections at the beginning with like the main three of Indie Cross like just jamming together while Sans fell asleep. That was pretty good. Although I think it would have been cooler if Papyrus was like stomping his feet. But then again, this is just like my criticism. The things that I realized. AG already spent, like I said at the beginning of the video, AG spent like 10 months on this project, so I'll just let him enjoy what he wants. So I'm actually going to put this at A rank for now. But with that, we're now moving on to the Bendy bonus songs.
It's time. We've all been waiting. But now the wait is over.
Sure thing, Lawrence. This was such a slept on bonus song, honestly. So all in all, I generally think like that little switch in the end was kind of clever, but like, and like a lot of the characters used and kind of like matched to like feel of the song at certain points. But like that one little part with like Purin, that like little backwards at the end, like it doesn't really sit right with me. Like it was cool, like don't get me wrong, but I don't know, there's just something about that just makes me feel a little weird, especially with the dialogue of Cyclops.iso. So honestly, all in all, I actually think I'm going to put this at C or B. It's either like C or like very low on the line for B. I'm just gonna say C for now because we really needed something here. Alright, so we are now 75% of the way through. Now, let's move on to the next song, which, if you are cultured enough, you'll probably know what this is.
Well, I'll be gosh darned. This looks fun. Yet again, it appears you all have left me out of the fun. Allow me to perform everyone's favorite song. As for you, lovely viewer, sing along if you know the lyrics.
I may have to, I
Otherwise,
apologize.
enjoy the show!
This sensual letter, come back home to play. Your business is your day. The happy fun time has been done to fade. Watch as we reanimate. Horses we abandon and mishandle. We won't be skipped this way. Trapped in these walls, left up. Away, these days, walls are fade. The reckoning has come to take it. Horses we extra first. I am alive, immortalized. You're the creator, you think that but now you must. Go off, AG.
Come back home to play, but to your dismay, this isn't your day. For the happy fun time has begun to fade. Watch as we reanimate our corpses, you will battle.
Oh, I already remember when this song.
Won't be skipped and swayed. Trapped within these walls, you left our souls a good way. You decay, the walls are fade, but a reckoning has come today. You say, Chorus has no guts, cause you replace it with mechanical streaming and torture. Open forward, it's sort of
As you build a machine, you die tonight.
Good job bringing some parts of the 3D record from the cross onto this cover. And now, rewrite! The first thing is trying to sing like this, instead of like this. Let's run this with a different pace, shall we? minute background. Okay, so before we get into the final four of this song, we might as well rate Freaky Machine. Which honestly, if I were to rename it, I'd probably just call it Funky Machine, but whatever, it was their decision, not mine. I generally thought like the use of like actually singing the song was like pretty cool, especially doing that little second extra section for AG to really go off with like lip syncing the whole song. And there were like a couple of things like I feel like that could have been fixed. What can I name one example of? Like I think maybe like some of like the turns on and mixing on like that little part with Cassette Girl. That probably gonna have been fixed, but I think this was just like so well done that it probably just cancels those all out. So you know what? I am actually going to put this one up at S rank as well. Alright, now for the final four, or at least the last one before you all at least get a little bit taste of the lore that AG has been cooking up on this channel. This one sounds so good.
Gentlemen, I think they won a finale.
What do you think, fellas? Do they deserve one?
Yeah, I think they earned one. Just listen to the noise they're making.
If the puny mortals demanded encore, then we shall give them a grand finale. I accept.
Okay. Alright then, in that case we can go ahead and cross that off our list. The stage is yours, Rhythm Rulers.
Okay, audience, it's time!
Honestly, despite the little intro first part of the song being called for audience cheering, still worked very well. Now for official chromatic. Let's go. Oh, hi, Scarlett. Giving the background to this Megan. Not for long though. Oh, hi, Matt. That was cool. Echo ability soon. Oh, come the that was annoying, but we still vibe. Yeah, here comes the mess. Okay, they gave you a disclaimer at the start of this video, so don't blame me.
I guess it's my turn now.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. I swear, I always feel like the old Kara Mac never really sits right with me. I mean, at least take it from new mod. That very nice, sounds nice. Oh. This part was well done. Had to go off now. Oh, that's how you do it, DX. Sorry for pirates. let's see.
Alright, gang, just like we practiced. It's showtime!
Let's pick it up a notch.
And join the choir.
Same background for it. As terrible stuff. Actually, I'm a little cut. I wonder where I've seen this before. Guys, don't start running, Lucas. This is where nightmares would come in anyway. So honestly, clever use. This Bowser? Oh, hi, Omega. Let's end this off strong.
Alright, you free. I'm really gonna need you guys' help with this one.
You got it, Grapevine!
I gotta talk for this.
Let's do this again.
Now this is a true choir! Alright. Oh, I wonder what that was all about. Anyways, crossed out. I don't even think I need to explain this one, but I'm going to anyway. This was probably S rank. I'm gonna do my best to probably explain some of the reasons why. Probably not gonna be in order. The first one was that, I actually think if you remember, like, well enough, that those, like, sections, of crossed out, like, kind of referenced this, some of the, parts of the covers of each week, which was kind of clever. Also, in that little, like, guitar instrumental, when the, Sweet, Sour, and Spicy from Flavor Rave came in, I bet you if you listened closely enough, you could hear them, their instruments accompanying the, instrumental as well, and I just thought that was really clever. And that whole, like, last bit, like, Discord call was such a huge hit, in AG's Unbeatable BETADCIU. Even though it was kind of chaos, it was still pretty well done. But otherwise, you may notice why Cuphead Sans and, the Ink Demon are now evil. So, I'm just gonna let this guy explain it to you. Give him a sec.
Enjoyed the show so far, my dear audience? Feasting upon every performance like the insatiable little creatures you are? Oh, but of course you are. I always knew you were that predictable. Tell me, did you really think that this was supposed to party that fool in purple planned? No. What you've been watching was just a small taste, a little fragment of his worthless little imagination. I made it all happen just for you. I let you see it because I wanted you to see just how easily I can control all of you. That idiot?
Gone, vanished, forgotten just like the rest of his pathetic legacy. But don't worry, you never needed him. He was weak. And now look at this. This is my show, not his. You really thought he invited me to his little performance? Ha! He couldn't even handle me. His vision for his so-called party was vastly different from what you experienced. His was lame, repetitive, and oh so boring. So I just added a touch of flair and made it something worth watching. You're far more naive than I ever imagined you'd be. But then again, what did silly old me expect? You all caused this the moment you signed that contract. But of course, you still don't get it, do you? Well, allow me to show you the performance of the previous 7 broadcasts. You were through every single one of them. Every single one. Far more than anything that symbols could ever create. Every performance you've seen, everything you've loved, every moment you thought was some bad work of art. Thanks to me. Not him. I've been in control from the start. It's clear now, isn't it? Isn't it now? You were never watching him. You were always watching me. It was all me!
Yeah, now you see where you should probably go back into the lore.
Sit back, relax, and watch the true story unfold in these last few performances that I have prepared just for you.
Yeah, if y'all want to go back and look at this channel's history as well as the old one, like, by all means knock yourself out, but that content's pretty old. But now for the Nightmare covers. Oh, you've got to be! Now, where were we? This is my personal favorite of the Nightmare songs. That all like the previous covers were alterations made, so more is not the true outcome. Never underestimate VGMan. Oh, is this going where I think it's going? Oh, yep, bye, Squidward. Okay, for Devil's Gambit, I mean, to be honest, it was kind of just like a standard cover, but it kind of like mixed in like some of like the ideas from like the previous Cuphead covers and kind of just mixed it into like the actual story of what happened. So, I actually think I'm going to put Devil's Gambit at... I was gonna say, like, maybe high B, but, like, then again, like I said, this is probably, like, my favorite song, so I'm actually gonna go with, A for this. And then again, like, once, like, these whole covers are ending, then I'm gonna probably, like, change these around. So, alright, we got 2 more to get to. Next up should be this Nightmare Sand song. Yep.
You're fucked, kiddo.
I'll enjoy this editing too. Hi, Dutchy. We were talking about you earlier. At least I was. There they are. They're true colors. One more time. Nice little gun troll, Pico. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of teetering on the line with like A and S rank this time. I mean, there was obviously some parts where like mixing could have been like a little bit better, but like the editing was like pretty freaking good too. Like especially with the mixing and like that little Monica and Xenophanes little like power practice like session. Although that was actually kind of in a bendy week, wasn't it? I guess I'm going to put this at I'm gonna say also A, but it's kind of on the line of an S rank. Alright, now we got, I will say after Despair plays, I'm actually gonna let the ending cutscene rule out, and once we get into the credits, I'll spend some time ranking Despair and also making changes to this list, because the whole rest of the thing is gonna be pretty silent anyways. So let's do this.
Do you still not realize that everything is but by my design? Everything. Even that purple-eyed son of a bitch is but a tool to my will.
I always think that's clever.
Be done. You see, don't you? You feel the dread and despair running through your veins. All good things come to an end, and if you want this to go out with a bang, oh, it will. This is your end. I am vindictive.
This part pointed out, this was like the actual story of what happened. I thought you can see why the death toll sprites are used a lot. That's what's in this one. Comes the Wall Street instruction. Everybody's freaking out over the absolute chaos that is happening. Like, y'all remember that one thing that Morris was talking about? Well... Oh yeah, he's dead. I guess where this is on? Alright, let's wrap this up, shall we? The heads really gotta ruin this for me, do they? Alright, credits are gonna play. I might as well get this set up so we can finish these credits while that plays. It'd be like nice if I can close these ads, but whatever. So enjoy all the people who worked on this while I decide to figure out where to rank these. Despair? Well, actually, you know what? I'll just let these credits play out first before we finish ranking them. Just so you can really appreciate the main people who helped work on this amazing project. Of course, you can come. A lot of voice work went into this, as you can probably tell. Yeah, Juno does songs with an amazing Bowser impression. Kind of ironic, don't you think? But also kind of fitting. Also inspired the editing in Bad Time. Like I said, original voice actor DJ Hollywood. Official voice actor Tabby also, by the way. Nick says at this point, all of the respective creators are in here as their respective characters. Interesting. Along with Sasuke's Lucifer. Yeah, I told you. LSD is one still lover. And Tactical Cupcakes is Tactical Cupcakes. Still respected creators, except for Alpha, I think. Alright, here it comes.
All together now.
Something cries, wants sunlight, stop to save the ones that try. Rosy tide to collide, but the earth refused to cry. Now the official voice actors for the main stars.
I'm with you in the dark.
Hope you all have enjoyed this experience. But now, it's time that we finish ranking this. And of course,
Wix gives you the freedom to tell your story.
alright, let's finish ranking these. Also, honestly, the spare kind of mixed because, like, this, I'm pretty sure it was, like, had some edits to the FLP as well. But then again, it came to the point where, like, the edits were really good, but, like, the mixing just felt like way too much with all the characters. So I'm gonna put this with the other nightmares at A. But for now, I think it's time we, fix these a little bit. So, let's see if I can do this. Wonder how I can do this. if you just saw that out of the corner of your eye, when that comes up, the final thing will be revealed. And I believe there were like 5 mods in contention for that, which I believe were Versus Imposter, Gorefield, Flavor Rave, Crunchin, and there's one more I'm forgetting. I'll probably just put it in post. But now with this updated list, let's see what could be done. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this to personally don't care about. So let's actually make a few changes here. Actually, which ones were perfect? That's what I want to know. Whoopi was definitely perfect. Sensational was perfect. Burning in Hell could go to A. Imminent Demise, I guess, could stay on A. Last Reel can go to A. Freaky Machine. Actually, no. All of these 5 can stay on A. Let's see. Any of these that could be moved down or up. I mean... I actually think all of these are fine. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I actually think I am just going to delete this D row. And I actually think this is going to be my tier list. And with that will essentially be the end of this video. So thank you all for watching. I plan to make some more of this like stuff soon on a compilation that I mentioned earlier, as well as this and the one that is going to be revealed on AG's channel soon. And maybe I might do other compilations with BETADCIU creators, and maybe their whole channels as well if they don't have any series. But other than that, thank you all for watching. If y'all like this video, maybe like and subscribe, so that'll tell me if you possibly want more FNF stuff like this. And speaking of which, when this is actually uploaded, I will have another video in the works of another FNF gameplay mod, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, I think it's time for me to sign out, log off for the night. This is VGMan, and logging off. Stay safe and stay funky. Peace out.